The life and times of Grigory Rasputin make for very interesting speculation today, and his depiction in the popular arts is still not uncommon. Several films about Rasputin exist, including a Hammer film starring Christopher Lee as the Mad Monk. That picture is pretty goofy and not one of my favourite Hammer titles, as well as being an insufficient portrayal of Rasputin's significance and controversy amongst the Russian aristocracy at that time. This 1967 film, more commonly known by the title I Killed Rasputin, is based off of a memoir by Felix Yusupov, one of the Russian nobles who participated in the 1916 murder of Rasputin. Felix himself participated in the film's production, reading over and approving its screenplay, assisting in its promotion at the Cannes Film Festival, and apparently even has a cameo appearance in the film itself. So what we have with this film is a genuine attempt to illustrate the historical events which built up to the homicide of Grigory Rasputin. I find this film very entertaining for what it is. Gert Frobe, aka Auric Goldfinger, portrays Rasputin very believably and very entertainingly, more importantly. The director on this production was Robert Hossein. Hossein was probably more recognized as an actor, although he has several credits as a director as well. I've seen a couple of them and liked what I saw. One of them was Cemetery Without Crosses, one of the actually impressive spaghetti westerns not directed by Sergio Leone. I wouldn't consider this an outstanding work of film direction, nor would I consider it an extremely impressive production, although it is generally effective at staging the declining splendor of the Russian aristocracy. One might consider it a step above Umberto Lenzi's Catherine the Great film, released earlier in the 1960s. Now allow me to share some more intriguing trivia about Felix Yusupov. His relevance to cinema extends slightly beyond approving a screenplay of his memoirs. Yusupov and his family escaped Russia as the revolution got underway and set up shop in Paris, making a living mostly off of the gradual draining of their stagnant fortune. Now, luckily, especially given that eventually came the Depression, luckily for Felix, in 1932, he saw a juicy opportunity to make some quick green. MGM had released a film titled Rasputin and the Empress, which depicted a character based off of Irina Yusupov, Felix's wife, engaging in an affair with Rasputin. Going straight to the English courts, Felix and Irina successfully sued MGM for libel, as well as an alleged invasion of privacy. Felix's memoir had been published already, and so naturally he had no qualms about being depicted as Rasputin's murderer whatsoever. In 1934, the Yusupov couple were awarded £25,000 in damages, which was an enormous sum at the time. This has been attributed to the successful arguing of their barrister, one Patrick Hastings, who was a particularly legendary attorney in the modern history of English law, so I've read. Apparently, the disclaimer that now appears at the end of countless American films, that is, the proceeding was a work of fiction, any similarity to a living person, yada yada, first appeared as a result of the legal precedent set by the Yusupov case. Well, it worked out well for Felix, so it is interesting that he sought to use a legal proceeding for his gain, as he, upon the initial publication of his memoir detailing Rasputin's murder, was sued by Rasputin's daughter Maria at a Paris court. Now, the French court claimed that it had no jurisdiction over a political assassination which occurred in Russia, so Felix was lucky again, I suppose. I believe that many people are interested in the legend of Grigory Rasputin. I first became introduced to him as a fan of the Hellboy mythos. I would actually highly recommend this attempt at a serious retelling. Performing its function, I find it satiating. Of course, the best film about Grigory Rasputin was directed by Ellen Klimov and released in 1981, a Soviet film, but that is a film for another day. In the meantime, enjoy this day. Do whatever you want, ignore your fears. Hopefully that works out.